Hello. Good morning. Good morning. It's very laggy today. So I think maybe because of school holidays, the internet is getting smashed, I think. So I hope everyone had a nice extra long weekend with that Friday and Monday off. I feel a little bit time distorted right now. So, so right now we have the moon in Aquarius. All right, so we could feel a little bit emotionally detached, or we could be having, realizations, innovations. We might be getting very social. Maybe our friends are taking, a prominent position in our lives. Or, again, like I said, we could just be a little bit emotionally detached from what's going on around us. But that's okay. So I'll just click to see if there's anyone here first before I start. Good morning, Alicia. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Nice to see both of you. All right. So now we've got a big one happening today, and it is taking place over a couple of days. So Venus, the North Node, and Saturn. So that represents love and money, our path forward. It's just Venus hour now. Our path forward and the things we're drawn towards, and Saturn is those lessons in life. So in Pisces, it really is. What are the feelings that are drawing forth for you? And with all of the retrogrades finally over, and we know what position we're in at the moment, the things that we may have feared previously aren't so scary for us now, because Venus came up to Saturn. We were really feeling that fear, the feel the fear and do it anyway. I was given that book on Sunday, so synchronous. So yeah, Venus has come up and she's touched the North Node and she's touched Saturn. So those hard lessons feel okay now, they're doable. Right, so she's gone back and then she's coming back this way now. So she's approaching her new path forward with some discipline and determination. And that fear factor has probably lessened considerably, to the point where she's like, I got this, I can do this. So now also the Sabian symbol for Pisces at 26 degrees is, it's time for people to go ahead with their different projects. All right, and that's a very edited version of what it actually means. You can go and have a look at sabiansymbols.com if you want to check that out. It's an awesome website. And that's pretty much it. It's time to commit to this new chapter that is opening up for you. The future is yours. So get comfortable challenging your old narrative for a fabulous new life to emerge. Excuse me. And the influence with that fabulous new life is Uranus in Taurus. All right, so this new comfort level, Taurus, comfort, security, values, finances, self-worth. Uranus has been shaking that up for a little bit. And there's a sextile between that 26-degree Pisces, and Uranus is currently at 2540 something, so close to 26 degrees. And like we're like, we're just getting comfortable with this new challenge that we've got. So also, now yesterday we had the Sun square Mars. So that was at 10:45. So that could have just been some challenges, but but Mars and Pluto, so that drive forward, that pride we feel in ourselves. Mars is now in Leo, so there's a push for leadership. There's a push for feeling better about ourselves, having fun, children. That's the Leo stuff, and it's opposing Pluto in Aquarius. All right, so this is the third and final time we're going to have that Mars Pluto opposition. So I'm hoping that, because we feel like we're worthy, we're able to transform and innovate when it comes to life, really. So Mars opposition Pluto. The first ones were quite explosive. I think that was back in like October, because it felt vulnerable. You know, Mars was entering its retrograde. It hit once on the approach, once during the retrograde. So it was uncharted territory, you know, and then it went back in its retrograde phase. So it was looking deeply at itself. So now Mars is like, I've got this, you know. Mars is very comfortable with where it's at right now. And I think that, you know, the fact that it's looking at Pluto in Aquarius and this ability to transform the masses, transform the narrative, do new things. So, I mean, you can sort of tell with all of those words that I've just thrown at you, it is very much about, you know, I mean, there's always a chance for new beginnings. But now it's like we have the self-worth, we have the determination, we have the discipline. You know, we're starting to see that these dreams that we've had for such a long time are starting to manifest. You know, we've only got a couple of, like, May, June, July, like we've only got weeks left with Saturn in Pisces. You know, so we're tying up all these loose ends. Okay, just click some buttons, click the button. Hello, Anita. How are you? Nice to see you. All right. So now, as I was just sort of saying, this is a time of wrapping up cycles. You know, we've got mere weeks left to have the discipline to, like, again, you know, it's the third hit of Mars Pluto. It's the, you know, the retrogrades are over, like all the things. It's time to move now. And even if it is just those incremental little steps forward. So it's also about tough love. All right. So we've got Venus conjunct Saturn and Venus conjunct the North Node. And she's also later on going to conjunct Neptune again. All right. But it's about tough love and boundaries. You know, also Venus Saturn facing any issues we have around love, like abandonment issues, or, you know, any of the wounds that we might have carried forth with us from not feeling worthy to receive this love that is deeply spiritual and you know, it goes beyond, you know, the superficial. So, you know, maybe fantasy versus reality. Maybe you're getting a really pragmatic look at what relationships should and could be, because you know your issues that you've had, maybe abandonment, have had you holding tight onto a person that was not your person. You know, because you weren't aware of the unconscious patterns of behavior that were playing out. Like, you know, those tapes that we have, CDs, whatever, voice recordings that we have in our head that tell us that we're not good enough. And so, you know, we've definitely overcome that hurdle now, or we're mid-jump into that hurdle, and we're absolutely going to clear anything that might trip us up. And even if we do fall, so what? You know, falling is part of part of life. Like you get yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you just keep going, unless you don't have value in the thing. You know, if something is valuable and worthy, then you just get up and you keep going. So I'll click the button again. Hi, Elizabeth. No, I'm still here. It's not a replay. You're live. All right. Okay, we're going to draw a card. I feel like I've explained myself. Okay. All right. Is there anything else I want to say about today? Oh, yeah, the moon. All right. So the moon is trine Jupiter. That is beautiful. There might be some understandings later on in the afternoon. All right, so it's exact at 8:30 p.m. So moon in Aquarius, you know, we're looking at the bigger picture. Trine Jupiter, awareness in Gemini. All right, so maybe the puzzle pieces will fit. Maybe, you know, all of the realizations will add up. And at 5 p.m. the moon is square Lilith. All right, so make sure that you're always doing that honest conversation with people. And this could be part of that tough love and boundaries that need to go in place as well. So what card is perfect for this? This one. Surfing rainbows on the moon, card number 22. All right, let me have a look. All right, my glasses are here. All right. All right, so the power of imagination when led by inspiration and intuition. Oh, I love that. Innovative thinking and being playful. So that's perfect. Like we're at that, the North Node and the Aquarius, like all of that. All right, so you're at a place where no matter your inquiry, the answer is the same. It's time to be playful. Let curiosity lead and allow your imagination to help you dream without limits. How Pisces is that? You are a powerful co-creator in this world, capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. Even though you've come this far, you doubt whether you can ever achieve the life, the career, and the relationship that you really want. It's not that you what you have isn't good enough, but is it all that it could be? Have you placed limits on yourself or others in your mind? You have so much to give, so much within you that you have not even touched the surface of yet. Write down your dreams, your goals, and your deepest desires for your life and play with them. Rehearse them as if they were already there. How would that make you feel? The only limit you have exists in your own perception. So imagine that you are surfing rainbows on the moon. Don't worry how you'll get there. Just don't limit yourself, especially now. Give yourself the wings, give wings to the vision for your life and commit to fly. I love that. I love that. And it just makes so much sense. So yeah, to sum it up again, get started on these things that you are wanting to move. I feel like I say this all the time. It's just time to get started. Just do something. Whether it's education or investigation or small steps forward, picking up the phone and making a phone call. You know what I mean? There's so many little things that you can do to make these dreams you have a reality. So that is me for today. Now, if you are interested in the coaching group, we're going to be working on, like I was saying, Saturn in these last degrees of Pisces. What are the things that you need to put into place to make this vision a reality so that when Saturn moves into Aries, you've got the discipline down. You've got the drive to move ahead with these brave new worlds that we're all walking into. So if that is something that you're interested, either put it in the comments or DM me. And yeah, I'm still doing readings. I'm getting down to under a month now, just over 3 weeks left in Sydney. So if you're in Sydney and you want to make an appointment for when school holidays finish, then please reach out. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow for Wednesday. Bye.